Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be all about camera lenses and cameras. This is all the equipment that I've gone through, and as a YouTuber you will notice you probably will go through a lot of equipment as well. This is just because of trial and error, or you buy something that you thought was the best thing to buy and then it turned out to not necessarily be exactly what you wanted, or you wanted to upgrade. So I'm gonna kind of give you a rundown of all the products of all the equipment that I purchased and that I have used, what I think about it, and what I would suggest for a starting YouTuber or a YouTuber that's been doing this for a while that maybe wants to expand their equipment or upgrade their quality, whatever it is. So I'm gonna go through everything that I have and hopefully help you guys a little bit. So if you are interested, then just keep on watching. Okay, so the first camera that I'm gonna talk to you guys about is a Canon Rebel T3i. This is the first camera that I got to start my channel, and I actually used this for about 6 to 8 months, I think, and it was great. But the only problem that I ran into was the fact that it doesn't have autofocus, and the quality is obviously not as good as the one that I have right now, but it's a perfect start-off camera if it's within your budget. One of the really good things about this camera is that it has a flip screen that tilts, and that way you can see yourself in the viewfinder while you're filming if you don't have like a monitor or a desktop or laptop that you can see yourself in. This camera also has a flash, which some more professional cameras don't have, and you have to buy separately, so you can still take really nice pictures with this flash. And it also has a kit lens, which is the one that it comes with, and it's an 18 to 55 millimeter lens. So as you can see here, it looks kind of big because it has this bottom part, but this actually is not part of the lens. And as you can see, it has a pretty small zoom. So I will list the price exactly right here because I don't know what this runs for now, but I do believe that they're not selling this particular one anymore. I think they like kind of changed it or made another version of it. But for me, it was great when I was starting off because it wasn't the most expensive camera. I think I got it for like $600 or something like that, and it did its job in the beginning. I'm like kind of like a tech junkie, so I was always trying to see like how I could better my videos, and this is the problem that I ran into. I felt like this camera kind of limited me, not only because it didn't have the autofocus, so if you were to hold up a product, it would be just like this. It wouldn't zoom into it, and if you're out of focus, it won't follow you like as you move. And I knew that I wanted to keep doing YouTube for the long run, so I was like, I might as well just make an investment and buy a better quality camera, and that way I won't have to upgrade later on. So that's what I did. I pretty much just grew out of this camera, and I feel like if you do have the money to invest in another camera, then invest in the one that I'm going to talk to next, because I wish I would have done that from the start. It's a little bit more pricey, but I think that it would do the work a lot better, and you can get a lot more videos because of the autofocus function. So this camera, like I said, I used it for very little. It was sitting on my tripod the whole time. It's in very, very good quality, and I am selling it. I was gonna sell it on a website and just get cash for it, but I figured maybe selling it to one of you guys who want to start a YouTube channel, it would be more beneficial. So if you guys are interested, you can contact me in the comments, send me your email, and I will contact you if you're interested in this camera. It comes with everything. It has the warranty, I have the box, and all the stuff in it. So like as you can see, it's pretty much like a brand new camera. I didn't use it much. And one more thing that I would recommend for anybody that is gonna buy a camera, buy an extra battery. So here I have the battery that it comes with, and then an extra battery. You can buy these at Best Buy or online. Your camera will most likely die halfway through your video, if not like a little bit more than halfway, and you don't want to have to pause your video and wait for your battery to charge and then keep filming. It's gonna piss you off, and you're not gonna be in the mood to record anymore. You're gonna waste a lot of time. So the best thing you can do is buy an extra battery pack, and that way when you run out of battery, put this in your camera, and then you charge the one that just ran out, and you're good to go. So if anyone's interested in this camera, let me know, and I will contact you about it. It comes with everything that I mentioned, and it is a great start-off camera. Next up is a camera that I think I would recommend to anybody that wants to start a YouTube channel and has the money to buy a nice camera, or you already started one and you want to upgrade. I feel like this camera will allow you to do everything that you want to do, and the quality is still phenomenal. I know that these cameras are the ones that they used or still use sometimes at Ipsy Studios. They also upgraded to the camera that I use right here, which is a lot more expensive and the quality is better, but many people won't be able to buy it. But this camera is absolutely amazing. It does come with a flash as well for your pictures, and it has the flip screen as well. And the great thing about this camera is that it actually has autofocus. So if I were to hold up something towards the camera, it would automatically focus on that. And I didn't mention the name, but this is the Canon 70D, and it's a super common camera for people to use on YouTube because it's so easy to be in focus. If I were to move over here, it would follow me. If I go back, if I go forward, so you can do really nice video shots of like products without worrying about the product not being in focus. This one is great, and I bought that one body only because I already had a kit lens, and then I started upgrading to some other lenses. So that way, if you already have a lens and you want to just upgrade camera, go ahead and just buy the body. You don't need another kit lens unless you like really need it and you don't like the one that you have, but that way you'll save a lot of money just buying the body. And this one was a great buy. I don't use this much for these kinds of videos, but I'll use it, for example, if I do a room tour, I can use it to show the products without them being out of focus. If I'm gonna do anything where I'm moving around, you definitely want to use something like this. And now the camera that I film with is a Canon 5D Mark III. This camera runs for I think $3,000 something. Very, very expensive camera, but it's very professional. So if you are looking to get into photography, or you want to take really nice outfit photos or fashion, whatever you are doing, it's a great camera. So it's super versatile. Like I know a lot of bloggers like Mariana Hewitt, Desi Perkins, Luster Lux. Most of the big YouTubers or bloggers use this camera just because it's so crisp, it's beautiful, it's a full frame camera, so that means that it's gonna have a lot more in the picture than a camera like this will have, and it just takes gorgeous shots and videos. If you can see, like, the quality is just amazing. The way that it picks up the light, the way that it picks up the shadows and the contrast, it's just a beautiful, beautiful shot. But you do get what you pay for. So it's a very, very pricey camera. So I know not a lot of people will go out and buy this camera, but I'm just saying because I get a lot of questions about the camera that I use, and this is the camera that I use. Very, very pricey, but for me it was worth the investment because I know I want to do this for long term, and this is kind of my job, so I had to invest in my job if I want to get anywhere, you know. I did buy this camera with the kit lens just because I didn't have a full frame lens and I wanted a really nice lens that I could use. And this one, if you can see, it zooms in and out a lot more than the other one did. So this one has a really long far zoom. This one is a 24-105. The other one was 18-55. So this is really, really, really good. So this lens has an f-stop of 1.4, and pretty much whenever you guys ask like how do you get a blurry background and like sharp center or wherever the person is in focus, that is what the f-stop is for. So if you get anything like an f-stop of 1.8 or below, you'll be able to get like that bokeh blurry background effect. If you get anything higher than that, you're probably going to struggle a little bit with it, but I find that anything under 1.8 gives you a nice blurry background. The lower the f-stop, if you get a 1.4, 1.2, you'll get a super blurry background. So what that means is the lower that the f-stop goes is the more light that is allowed to come in through the lens. So it's the aperture. So if the f-stop is 1.4, then it's going to open up more, allow more light in, and the color will be a lot more realistic. If you guys see the color in my videos, it kind of looks like natural lighting, as if I was using some kind of natural lighting, and I actually use all artificial lighting. There's absolutely no windows in here, so it's very difficult to get nice lighting when you are indoors, because equipment for lighting can be really, really expensive. So I don't have any natural lighting in here, and it still kind of gives me that effect because of the aperture of the lens. And then if you are looking to get that bokeh nice background, you definitely don't have to go out and splurge like on a really expensive lens. I actually picked up this Canon lens, and it's a 50mm lens, and it has an f-stop of 1.8. This actually runs for $125. That's how much I got it for. And for a lens, you will know if you have been researching, this is very, very affordable for a lens, and the quality of this lens is absolutely amazing. This little guy is honestly one of the best lenses that I've bought for that amount of money. You can get a really blurry background with a crisp in focus object, and I was actually using this for a little while. I'm gonna try to put it on the camera so you guys can see it, but I think that the only problem that I run into with this is that my camera's full frame, and I don't know if this gives me the full frame or the cropped frame. I don't remember, but I'll put it on the camera for you guys to see exactly what it looks like and how it picks up the different colors, with the f-stop being different from the one that I have on my camera now. So as you guys can see, it kind of like crops my video in a different way, and the 50mm lens doesn't allow you to like zoom in and out, so you kind of have to move closer or move your camera closer to you if you want to get closer. That's the only problem that I had with this lens. So you can play around with the settings. I'm trying to get as close as possible to my last video, so this seems kind of similar. I just don't like that it's cropped. Of course I could move the camera down and that way I'll be like here, but since I'm going to switch back to my other lens, I just wanted to show you guys quickly how good this lens is for being only $125. So the lens that I'm going to talk about next is this one right here, and this is one big heavy lens. So I'm going to put it back on and then show you guys and tell you all about this one. So the big lens that I just showed you guys is a Sigma 50mm lens, and I think it's a 1.4. This lens was, I think, $1,000 also, so it's a very expensive lens, but I love the quality of the video and the pictures that it takes. It gives me a really nice blurry background because the f-stop is so low. Sometimes it's not all about the camera. You can have a really great camera, and if you put a bad lens on it, it's not going to look great. And if you have an average camera and you put a really nice lens on it, you can make it look absolutely amazing. So it just depends on the way that you play around with the equipment. You have to see kind of what you like and what works for you. But this is my favorite lens so far. I started using it recently and I love the quality of it. And you guys have told me like, what do you use? Your quality is amazing. And I got a lot of questions about it. So I know you guys saw a difference too. But again, it is very, very pricey. I'm broke because of that. So if you have the money, I would say go for it. This camera and lens are amazing. But if you don't have the money for it, I would say get the 70D, upgrade to this, just take a leap of faith and invest in something for your future. So if you do want to like do this for the long run, go ahead and invest, and like that way you won't be able to quit, like you won't want to quit. And then as far as lenses, I would say get one kit lens, so that way you have the zoom function, and then if you want the bokeh effect, then get the 50mm 1.8, because for this price you will not get a better piece of equipment than this lens. I know here it looked kind of weird, but if you play around with the camera, the height of the tripod, it will still give you a really nice background, and in pictures it also takes really nice pictures. So I hope I answered all of your questions about cameras and camera lenses, and give you a little bit of a better idea of what pieces you should pick up or try out. I will be doing next a video on how you can control the settings on your camera from a laptop or a desktop. I actually mentioned this in my filming setup video, but I want to kind of just give you guys a video just about that, how you can color correct before you start filming so you don't have to do it afterwards, how you can make your videos look sharper, the contrast, saturation, and everything, all the settings that you kind of want to play with when you are filming, because sometimes you have to do it later on and color correct your video, and that just takes longer. You might as well just do it before you start filming and you won't have to do any correcting later. And having a viewfinder right here on my desktop, which was the biggest lifesaver for me, really made it much easier for me to film videos. So I want to teach you guys exactly how to do that. So I really hope these videos are helpful to you guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. If you guys are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or you already have one and you're struggling, or you just want to upgrade your equipment, let me know any questions that you guys have below. Don't forget to follow me on my Snapchat and my Instagram. I post a lot on a daily basis about what I'm eating, what I'm doing, and just stuff that I don't get to post on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.